Hey, welcome back to Studio 6, and today we're going to make a fox. This is an intermediate build, 32 pieces. And let's start with the materials list. Here it is. And as always, you can find that materials list on my Twitter feed. Let's get started. We're going to start with a tiny tile of walnut. Put it down. I'm going to turn my green facing forward. Again, totally optional. Grab another tiny tile and we'll space it out. This fox will be 3 units wide. Grab a 1x2 wedge of koa and another 1x2 wedge. This will be the front legs. Grab a 1x1 wedge of birch white. You can also use pine or fir. And we're going to slope it downward. Now this fox is a two-tone build, so it's slightly more difficult than, say, the dog. We'll grab a tiny floor of koa. And another tiny floor. And we'll start to build the fox's body. And one more tiny floor. So I'll be 3 units back so far. Grab a 1x2 wedge. Flip it up and around. And that'll be our fox's neck. Like most of my builds, that particular wedge you can turn to either side and build the head off of it. So that way you can pose your fox in different directions. Now we're going to use about a 1x3 wedge of birch. Turn it around backwards. And that'll be the undercarriage of our fox. And now let's go with a tiny tile of white birch. Put it right here in front. I'll continue our white undercoat. Grab a tiny floor for the head. And then our last 1x2 wedge of birch white. Spin it around, and we'll place it underneath the head. So that'll give us our two-tone, which most foxes are. Alright, tiny tile of koa. I'll angle that straight on. That way it moves the head out just one more tile width. Is important because we'll grab another tiny tile, angle it down flat, and then you need to put it on head on to the head, and it should glitch in. We'll flip it around vertical. There we go, it seats perfectly. And you can see right where the tiles meet right here that it's got a little glitch. Just something you can do with tiles. Alright, 1x2 wedge of koa. And we're going to flip this around. And that'll be one of the ears. Grab another 1x2 wedge. And it looks like that was during the autosave, so it glitched out. I think I'll have one of my friends come over and pop it for me. And it's back. And another 1x2 wedge. And now we've got our fox ears. Definitely gives us a nice little fox shape. 1x1 wedge of koa. And that'll close off the fox's body. Another 1x2 wedge. And that'll be our back leg. So a friend of mine from Lumber Fans Discord, Belladonna, this is one of her favorite animals, so I thought I'd give it a try. Take another 1x2 wedge of koa for the other leg. And we'll grab these last two tiny tiles of walnut for the feet. Turn that grain around. And we'll slide in. All right, looking pretty good so far. So a couple things with the legs to make it a little bit more different than the dog. Angle that front leg back with the 1x1 wedge. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now the back legs on a fox and a wolf definitely have a different curvature. Grab another 1x1 wedge. So we'll start to angle the back legs in. Kind of give it that haunch that is more synonymous with wolves and foxes. All right, another 1x1 wedge. I'll angle it back down. And another 1x1 wedge. And this will close off the leg. So you can see it kind of gives it that shape. All right, we'll finish off this other leg. And there we go. It's the main body of the fox, all complete. Grab a placement block so we can get that tail set. Slide it right in back there. Our last 1x1 wedge of koa. And we'll angle it back. And I'll put the placement block back over here. There we go. Grab a 1x2 wedge of koa. And we'll put it on the back here. A couple of people have asked me about wolves. And I think I might try one soon, and I think that tail there would be a better fit for the wolf. Although Belladonna tells me that foxtails change with their mood. We're going to make this one a little fluffier. And our last 1x3 wedge. Slide it right in there. And there we go, our bushy foxtail. Came out pretty well. I hope you have fun building this, and it should add a little something to your base. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much.